Hello everyone. In the previous class, I explained you about hunter-gatherers. Okay? In today's class, let us discuss about what was the condition of tribal chiefs and shifting cultivators before the arrival of Britishers and after the arrival of Britishers. Okay? The condition of tribal chiefs and shifting cultivators before the arrival of Britishers and after the arrival of Britishers. That is our topic. So here, first of all, tribal chiefs. Okay. First, let us discuss about the condition of tribal chiefs before the arrival of Britishers. Okay. Actually, here chief means the important person. Okay, important person. Or simply we can call as head. Okay, head of the tribal community. Tribal chiefs means the important person in the tribal community, or we can also call him as the head of the tribal community. Okay. Now see here, before the arrival of Britishers. Okay, the condition of the tribal chiefs before the arrival of British. First point is the tribal chief is the head of the tribal community. Okay, na? So he was the head of the tribal community. And second point is, actually he had full powers. Okay, he had full powers in the tribal community. That means more powers in the tribal community. First point is head of the tribal community, and second point is he had more powers in that tribal community. Okay, and third point is he was a rich person in the tribal community. Okay, among all the tribal people in that community, the tribal chief, he was the richest person. Okay, rich person. Okay, and next point about tribal chief is he had control over the lands. He had control over the lands. Okay, in the tribal community, so many people have so many lands. And especially this tribal chief, he had more control, more powers among the lands of the tribal people. And fifth point, very important, that is administration. Administration will be in the hands of the tribal chief only. Okay, the total administration, that means the rule in the tribal community, will be in the hands of tribal chief. Okay, so these are the conditions of tribal chiefs before the arrival of Britishers. Okay, but after the arrival of Britishers, the conditions were totally changed. Now let us discuss the condition of tribal chiefs after the arrival of British. Okay, after the arrival of Britishers, how the condition of the tribal chiefs changed. Okay, see here. Before the arrival of Britishers, the total powers lies in the hands of tribal chiefs. But after the arrival of Britishers, the powers of tribal chiefs were reduced. The first point is powers of chiefs. Here chiefs means tribal chiefs were reduced. Okay, reduced means decreased. The powers of tribal chiefs were decreased or reduced. Second one. Now, the control over the remaining lands, that means the lands which are present in that area, the control over the lands were handed over by the Britishers. Control over the lands went into the hands of Britishers. Okay? Control over the land went into the hands of Britishers. Next, administration also. Okay, now before the arrival of Britishers, total administration lies in the hands of tribal chiefs. But now the administration shifted into the hands of Britishers. Administration shifted into the hands of Britishers. Okay? So these are the three important points. How the condition of the British tribal chiefs changed. First one is powers of chiefs were reduced, and second point is control over the land went into the hands of Britishers, and the third important point is administration. Okay, administration shifted into the hands of British. Okay, these three were the important points in the topic of conditions of tribal chiefs after the arrival of Britishers. Okay, the total condition of the tribal chiefs changed. Their powers reduced, control over the lands reduced, and administration went into the hands of Britishers. Okay, now let us discuss about the condition of shifting cultivators before the arrival of Britishers and after the arrival of Britishers. Okay, so here the first point is before the arrival of Britishers, the shifting cultivators moved freely in the forest areas. Okay, moved freely in the forest areas because no objections set up by any other people. Next, here after the arrival of Britishers, the freedom of the shifting cultivators has reduced. Okay, the freedom was reduced. Freedom was reduced by the Britishers. Okay, next, second one. So after doing cultivation in one land, they left that land and they moved to another land. Okay, before the arrival of Britishers, they have done shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation. That means initially they have done agriculture in one land, and after harvesting they left that land and they moved to another land. So in that way they did agriculture. But after the arrival of Britishers, the shifting agriculture was banned by the Britishers. Okay, so ban on shifting agriculture. Shifting agriculture. The Britishers did not encourage shifting agriculture. Okay, they encouraged permanent settlement, permanent agriculture. Now, here, before the arrival of Britishers, the shifting cultivators, they don't have any rights over the lands. Why? Because they don't have any permanent land. Okay, the tribals, especially the shifting cultivators, they didn't have any permanent land. No permanent land. So, no rights over the lands. No rights over the lands. Okay? But after the arrival of Britishers, they encouraged permanent settlement. Okay now? The Britishers encouraged permanent settlement. That means they forced the shifting cultivators to settle in one land. Forced the cultivators to settle in one land. Okay, the Britishers did not encourage shifting cultivation. That's why the Britishers forced the shifting cultivators to settle in only one place. Okay, so what happens? Why the Britishers did like this? See here. If the people settled in one place, then the rights over that land belongs to that people. Okay. For example, I am one person. I am living in only one place. That means I built my house and I am doing agriculture in my own land. Then the rights over this land belongs to me. Okay. Then according to the British rule, I have to pay some land revenue to the Britishers. Okay. The person who is doing agriculture in only one land, then that person should pay some land revenue to the Britishers. This was one of the law implemented by the Britishers. So, for that purpose, the Britishers forced shifting cultivators to settle in only one land. Okay. So, this is to get land revenue and some tax. Okay. Because of this reason, the Britishers forced the cultivators to settle in one land. Okay. To get control over the forest, the Britishers implemented some forest laws. Okay. Now the topic is forest laws. So why the Britishers implemented the forest laws in tribal areas? To get control over the forest lands. The forest or forest lands. Okay. To get control over the forest, the Britishers implemented some forest laws. So according to this law, the Britishers declared some portion or some part of the forest as reserved forest. Okay, reserved forest means the forest area was reserved by the Britishers. Okay, reserved by Britishers. Okay, that means there is no entry for the remaining tribal people into that area. Okay, that means no entry for the tribal people. Okay, so up to now the tribal people lived in the forest areas, but after arrival of Britishers, they declared the forest area as reserved forest. Okay, that means the forest area was reserved by the Britishers and there was no entry for the tribal people. So that means what happens to the tribal people? They had to move to another place. Okay, that's why the tribal people they moved to another places. Moved to other places. So why they moved to another place? To get some work. And to earn some money. Okay, and to live happily. To get some work and to earn some money and to live happily, the tribal people moved to another places. Okay, why? Because now they were unable to live in the forest areas because of the laws implemented by the Britishers. Okay,